about family justice. What you need to know about the adoption of children under the age of 21 years in Singapore. 4 common scenarios where adoption can arise include in a reconstituted family by one parent with a new step-parent, through adoption agencies or third parties where the infant and applicants are usually unrelated, by foster parents where a child protection order may still be in effect, by a single parent of infants born out of wedlock. What are some eligibilities required for adoption? The infant or child to be adopted must be below 21 years old and unmarried and a resident in Singapore. Applicants must be above 25 years old and at least 21 years older than the infant, but exceptions may apply. If you are married, you may adopt jointly with your spouse. If you are married but adopting solely, consent of your spouse is required, unless you are separated. Do note that a single male applicant cannot adopt a female child unless special circumstances exist. Relevant consents. You will need to obtain the consent of the natural parent, guardian, person with actual custody, or the person who is liable to the infant financially. If you are unable to obtain the consent of these persons, you will need to file an application for dispensation of consent explaining why you are unable to obtain such consents. Pre-filing points to take note of. Before you file an adoption application, please refer to the Ministry of Social and Family Development or MSF website to find out more. You may wish to attend an adoption briefing conducted by MSF. If the infant is foreign-born or from MSF's fostering scheme, a home study report by MSF is also required. MSF will investigate the circumstances surrounding the adoption and of your family and assess whether you and your spouse are eligible and ready to adopt the infant. Filing of documents. The applicant would need to file the following documents in court. 1. An originating summons for adoption. 2. An adoption statement. 3. A supporting affidavit. 4. An affidavit verifying and exhibiting the auto-generated adoption statement. 5. The birth certificate of the child. 6. Any relevant consents. 7. Any application for dispensation of or substituted service. Hearing stages. If all documents are in order, the court will fix a hearing. At the hearing, the court may order the appointment of a guardian in adoption or GIA, dispense with any consents required, and direct for the application to be served on MSF and other relevant persons. After the appointment of the GIA is made, the GIA will start investigations into circumstances surrounding the adoption and of the applicants and/or their family. The GIA will prepare a report on its findings and new recommendations on the adoption. This may take a few months depending on the complexity of the case. When the report is ready, applicants should file a request for further hearing together with the report. The court will then fix a second hearing. At the second hearing, the court may 1. Clarify the GIA findings, 2. Direct to conduct further investigations, or 3. Interview the applicants or the infants regarding issues raised by the GIA before making a decision on the application. The court may decide to 1. Grant a final adoption order, which may include certain conditions. 2. Grant an interim adoption order, which means that the court will postpone making final orders and give the applicants custody of the child in the meantime, or 3. Refuse to make an adoption order if certain criteria are not met. Post-hearing. After the order is made, applicants should extract the adoption order together with the schedule. Applicants should also ensure that the details of the infant and natural parents are as stated in the birth certificate and the applicant's NRIC. The court will transmit these to the Immigration and Checkpoints Authority, or ICA, for you to obtain a new birth certificate for the child. The ICA may request that you make any clerical amendments to the schedule. To do so, applicants need to file an application for amendments with the court. For more information, please visit the FJC website. You may also find the information on the MSF website to be useful.